Do you have some data and you want to visualize them into your Flutter application? So I will introduce you to the flchart. Hi there, this is Imaneo. I am the developer of flchart package. So I started developing it since 2019, and basically flchart is a Flutter package or library which helps you to draw or render some kind of charts. So you can find the flchart in my GitHub profile. It is imaneo/flchart, and flchart at the moment supports LineChart, BarChart, PieChart, ScatterChart, and RadarChart. You can find some animations, some samples here in the GitHub project README. And yeah, by the way, I'm going to open the landing page. It is flchart.dev. I have opened it here. So I decided to choose these two sentences as the flchart's slogan. So it says endless customizability and forever free. What does it mean? It means you have a high level of customization over the flchart's properties. For example, you can change the shape of your chart, you can change the colors, you can change the touch behavior, or a lot of things. And the other one is forever free. So when I decided to develop and publish the package or library, I decided to make it free and open source. Everyone can use it without any limitation. You can use it in your personal project or your company project, commercial, non-commercial, or any kind of project, or you can fork the repository, you can customize it without any limitation. Everything is free and open source, and it is forever. The other thing that I want to mention is that flchart is cross-platform. I mean, if you open the pubdev page, you can see that it supports Android, iOS, Linux, macOS, web, and Windows. Because we are using the Canvas APIs, low-level Canvas APIs, to draw the charts, and that's why you can run flchart wherever Flutter runs. Let's get back to the landing page. So here I have put some important links. You can check them out. The first one is the documentation, and the second one is the example app, which is the same button that I put here. Give it a try. So it opens the flchart app. I developed this application as a sample app to demonstrate or show the capabilities of flchart. So you can interact with the charts, you can animate them into different states. You have some tooltips, some values, gradient here. Here we have different shapes for these indicators. We have circle and a square. And yeah, you can take a look at the samples. For example, here we have a live chart. It draws real time, and you can take a look at the source code when you click here. Or here we have this kind of touch handling or event handling. And also here, for example, you can change the baseline border of your chart. And yeah, this is the samples of flchart. And here, if you click on the docs, documentation opens. Currently, we use GitHub Markdown files. Later, we will use docs.flchart.dev to have better documentation. But for now, it opens the GitHub. So I will open the line chart. As you see here, we have an example. It shows you how you can have the chart in your application. So flchart has different kind of charts. For example, you can have line chart, bar chart, and these are all widgets. And inside that, you have to provide some data. For example, in LineChart, you have to provide LineChart data. And in the LineChart data, there is a bunch of properties. You can take a look at all of them. For example, here you can see that LineChart data has all of these properties. I tried to explain the properties here. For example, you can define the min x and max x. Here you can define min y and max y. You can decide to clip data or not. I mean, clipping the chart in the borders. So you can change the background color or other things. And in the line chart data, you have a list of line chart bar data. And each line chart bar data represents a line into your line chart. For example, you can stack multiple lines into one line chart. So you can decide the color gradient, you can change the bar width, you can provide the list of spots or data to show the line, or you can decide to use dash array instead of a solid line and other things. So there are a lot of properties that you can customize, and here you can see some samples and also source code. The other chart is BarChart. So here we have this one, for example. You can play it and pause it, and when you hover it, it shows some value and it turns to green. And here we have a beautiful animation. It tries to move them into the average section or average point. Here we have a simple stacked bar chart. You can define different sections in one bar. Here you have some stroke around the bar chart. As you see, you can define negative or positive bar charts. And here, for example, we have some animation. In the titles, you are free to use some default values, or you can customize it and pass your customized widget. For example, these are all widgets, and you can do whatever you want with the widgets that you provide. And here we have dashed stroke around the bars. And if I open the documentation, bar chart, again we have bar chart, and inside that we have bar chart data, and inside bar chart data we have bar groups. Bar groups are groups that contain different or multiple bars. For example, here we have some bar groups which contains 2 bars, or for example, here we have bar groups which contains only 1 bar, or here we have bar groups with 2 bars. You can define different bar groups with different bars inside that, and flchart groups them together and show them as a grouped bar chart. For example, here we have a group, and we have min y, max y, and each bar group data has x property. It has bar rows, and each bar row is an actual bar. I mean, for example, here we have 2 bar rows in 1 bar group. And you can take a look at other properties. You have color gradient. You can define the thickness or width of your bar. You can define the radius. You can define the border dash array. For example, here we have border dash array. And the other chart is PieChart. With PieChart, you can have some sections to represent your data. For example, here we have some animations to stroke the border, or here we have widgets here. These icons are widget. You can decide to show any kind of widgets here. We only show an icon here. You can, for example, show a button or any kind of widgets. And in the documentation, you can see that we have a PieChart and PieChart data. So this is the structure that we use for all kind of charts. You have X chart and X chart data. For example, PieChart and PieChart data. And in the PieChart data, you have sections, you have center space radius, or a lot of properties that you can customize. And the other one is a ScatterChart. A ScatterChart is used to put some data into your X and Y coordinates. Sometimes we call it a plot chart. So here you can interact with it. When you click, it turns it into a new color, and when you click again, it turns back to the gray color. So it's somehow a toggle effect. And when you hover your mouse here, you can see that the pointer changes to the click icon. And yeah, you can take a look at all the source codes from here. And this one is a beautiful animation effect. When you click, these dots randomly change their position to somewhere else, and when you click, they get back to the original position. So every time you click, they randomly move somewhere else. And in the documentation, we have a ScatterChart. Yeah, again, we have a ScatterChart and a ScatterChart data. This is the convention for the classes, for the widgets and the data. And the other one that you can use is RadarChart. So RadarChart completely designed and developed by one of community members. Payam developed the whole concept and features. So you can change the angle of these titles, and you can decide to have relative or absolute angles. And when you hover these points, you can see that it changes the color and shows the selected one. And also you can toggle here between them. Yes, and source code is here. And when we open the RadarChart, you can see that again we have RadarChart and RadarChart data. You can take a look at the properties here. You can customize a lot of things here. And now I want to talk about the contribution. So I would be happy if you contribute to the project, because this is my side project. I have my personal full-time job, I have my personal life, and I will work on the flchart in my free time, in the weekends. And if you want to contribute, you can take a look at this section, the contributing part, and we have a contributing.md file. And if you open it, at first we show the community members who contributed to the flchart, and you can see the steps that you need to take for installing or working with Flutter. And I have explained the architecture or the diagram of the classes that I use for flchart. You can take a look at this doc if you want. I will put the link into the description. Please read it carefully if you want to contribute. You can develop new features. You can resolve some issues. Here we have a lot of issues. Most of them are enhancement, and we have also some bugs. So feel free to contribute to the flchart through your code change if you can change the code. Also, you can help without coding. So you can update the documentation. For example, here we have LineChart documentation, and if you feel something is wrong or something can be improved, you can edit this file. You can create your merge request, and I will review and merge it afterward. Also, you can implement new samples. For example, in the examples app, we have some samples, some examples of the charts, and you can design a sample to show here. For example, you can take a look at the source code. We have example here. It is a Flutter application in the libs folder, and presentation samples. Yeah, here for example we have bar, line, pie, radar and scatter charts. For example, in a line we have 10 samples of LineChart. You can add your own sample, and to demonstrate a feature or show a property of flchart package, you can create your own sample. And also you can take a look at the issues. You can contribute to the conversation. We have some discussions here also. You can answer people, you can help them, and yeah, you can, if you want to contribute, there are a lot of ways to do that. So don't hesitate to do that. If you can't contribute, no worries, you don't have to do that. You just can use flchart and everything is fine. And if you want to financially support flchart, you can find a link in the flchart website or landing page. Here in the footer we have support flchart. You can take a look and you can support flchart financially. Again, you don't have to do that because flchart is free and open source forever, and you can use it in your personal project, commercial, non-commercial, without any payment. And if you want to support, there's a link here. This is for the people who want to support as a volunteer, so you don't have to pay anything. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. In the next videos, I'm going to talk about the different types of charts in flchart. In more detail, I will explain the properties, and also I will implement some samples to let you know how you can implement your chart. And after that, I will add them in the app. For example, at first we are going to add a line chart here. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Have a nice day. Bye.